Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Chandra Arini. I'm from Industrial Engineering at Mulawarman University 2020. In this video, I will tell some of the bitter stories that medics have experienced in the midst of a pandemic. The COVID-19 virus, which reportedly appeared first in Wuhan, China, has now spread to all countries of the world and become a pandemic. Almost all countries in the world are no exception in Indonesia affected. The COVID-19 pandemic that hit Indonesia occurred since March 2020, which caused change in various aspects of life, especially very significant in the public health aspect. The implementation of health program is now focused on handling COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic demands people around the world from all walks of life to make change, both in terms of how to think, how to behave, and how to work. Everything must change, but making the community aware is not an easy thing. In this pandemic, the heaviest burden must be borne by health workers. Why? Because they are the ones who must be in direct contact with this virus. Health workers are like having to enter the battlefield on the front lines without preparation. They lack equipment, while COVID-19 patients continue to grow every day. For this reason, their workload is getting heavier. Many health workers are falling. The problems they face are not only that. We hear the news that there are media workers who have been evicted from their rented house, excluded from their neighborhoods, even when they died from contracting the virus. COVID-19, their bodies were refused burial. This doesn't include the responsibility to always remind the public by direct and indirect socialization about the importance of maintaining personal hygiene and taking steps to prevent the COVID-19 virus. On the ELC TV1 program, March 17, 2020, Dr. Erlina Burhan, MSc, SPP, a pulmonary specialist from the Friendship Hospital, told about how they handle patients assisted by nurse Ilham, who simulated the equipment used when dealing with positive patients with COVID-19. Equipment used includes goggles, mask, inner gloves, astronaut suits, hazmat suits, outer gloves, boot shoes, and helmets. It is standard equipment. The cloth must be warm every time they face the patient, after which they must clean themselves. Astronaut clothes must be changed and can no longer be used. Wearing it is certainly uncomfortable, and of course, it takes time to use or replace it. Sometimes there are patients or their families who can wait to be served, then get angry. Dr. Erlina also said they had to work day and night, leaving their families tirelessly. When asked what he wanted to convey to the president, he said, "Please give us adequate personal protective equipment or PPE. Currently, PPE is still minimal." Dr. Erlin seems to represent the conscience of other health workers. On social media, many writings tell how they struggle against this virus. Sadly, they struggle without being equipped with sufficient PPE. Some only use plastic raincoats, even though the pores are certainly different from astronaut suits. There are also those who lack masks, gloves, and others, not to mention the lack of tools for handling patients, which will automatically hinder their work to provide action. Twenty, 20, apa kalau 21? 20 and 1. 21. 21. There was a telephone interview with Dr. Handoko Gunawan. He is a pulmonary specialist who tested positive for COVID-19. Currently, he is still in isolation with a weak voice and occasional coughs. He answers interviews. He really hopes that the government will provide PPE for health workers. He also said that many health workers, including several doctors, were affected by COVID-19. Those who were lucky were able to be treated, while the unlucky ones proceeded other before God. In another event, namely Apa Kabar Indonesia Petang at TV1, March 21, 2020, there was a telephone interview with Dr. Handoko Gunawan. He is a pulmonary specialist who tested positive for COVID-19. Currently, he is still in isolation with a weak voice and occasional coughs. He answered interview. He really hopes that the government will provide PPE for health workers. He also said that many health workers, including several doctors, were affected by COVID-19. Those who were lucky were able to be treated, while the unlucky ones proceeded other before God. Another problem, people who underestimate this outbreak. They consider it the same as the common cold and think it will get better on its own. Not to mention that anyone has said why fear of corona. All that must be feared is only God or such statement. This is a burden for health workers to educate the public about the danger of this virus, either by conducting direct socialization or through social media. We have heard a lot of socialization and appeal to always wear masks, maintain clean lines, wash hands with soap, keep your distance and avoid crowds, stay at home. We have heard a lot of appeals via social media with the hashtag stay at home. With the many problems and obstacles faced by health workers, it is only natural that we as a society have the awareness to start changing our mindset and patterns of daily life. By staying at home, we can reduce or even break the chain of transmission of the COVID-19 virus, and indirectly we can slightly lighten the workload of health workers. Maybe this is all I can say. Thank you.